Welcome to my channel. Here's one of my favorite stories from the Greek hero. No one, the navigator. Long ago, in ancient Greece, there was a young man named Odysseus. Everyone said he would amount to nothing, but Odysseus yearned for adventure. So, when an opportunity arose to work as a navigator for a wealthy merchant, he jumped at it. However, after a few months, Odysseus grew bored of traveling to predictable ports. He longed for uncharted waters. When the merchant ship approached the island of the sun god Helios, Odysseus couldn't resist the pull of the unknown. He snuck into the captain's cabin, changed the course of the ship, then hid. As the crew slept, Odysseus steered them off course. Finally, they reached a hidden cove Odysseus had never seen before. Excited, he woke up the crew, and together they explored this new island. After gathering supplies, they set sail again. But soon they ran into trouble. Storms battered their ship, destroying their tools and tearing their sails. Faced with disaster, Odysseus used the skills he learned from years of navigation to guide the ship through the waves. Eventually, the weather cleared and they landed safely back home. Odysseus became famous as a hero who tamed the sea. From then on, people knew not to underestimate someone with wanderlust, for even in the most chaotic storms, a bit of navigation can save the day. Number 2, the sculptor and the sea. Once upon a time, a poor sculptor lived by the sea. Every morning, he walked along the shore, collecting beautiful pebbles to use in his art. One day, he found a strange rock that looked like a sleeping mermaid. Excited, he took it home, cleaned it, and started sculpting. For weeks, he chipped away at the rock, determined to capture the mermaid's beauty. But no matter how hard he tried, something was missing. Frustrated, the sculptor walked to the beach, sat on a nearby rock, and looked out over the sea. Suddenly, a wise old fisherman approached him. "What troubles you?" he asked. The sculptor explained about his mermaid and how he couldn't make it perfect. The fisherman listened, then said, "Your art is incomplete because you only see it from the front. Go back home and start again." Confused, the sculptor did as he was told. He broke apart his sculpture and started over. This time, instead of just focusing on the mermaid's face, he took the time to sculpt her fins, her flowing hair, and even the muscles in her arms. When he finished, he stood back and admired his work. It was perfect. Just then, the fisherman appeared again. "Now," he said, "turn around." The sculptor did, and gasped. On the other side of the rock was an equally beautiful scene. The mermaid was now transformed into a handsome merman. "I only showed you the mermaid because that's what you wanted to see," the fisherman said. "But you must learn to look beyond what you expect. In doing so, you will discover true beauty." And that's exactly what happened. The sculptor became famous for his unique sculptures. From then on, whenever he saw a piece of rock, he thought about all the possibilities, turning ordinary stones into extraordinary works of art. Number 3. The Turtle and the Monkey. Long ago in India, a monkey lived in a mango tree. Every day he ate delicious mangoes until one day he got sick of them. He wanted to try something new. Looking down from his tree, the monkey saw a group of children playing. An idea popped into his head. He grabbed a mango, threw it down, and shouted, "Hey kids, whoever catches this mango gets to be the king of the jungle." Startled, the children looked up. Then, without hesitation, one of them, a clever girl named Maya, grabbed the mango. She looked around to see if anyone was watching, then quickly climbed up the tree. To her surprise, the monkey offered no resistance. She simply took the mango and climbed down. The other children cheered, and Maya proudly accepted the imaginary crown. Soon, word spread throughout the jungle about Maya's bravery and intelligence. All the animals came to see her, bringing gifts of fruit, flowers, and nuts. Even the king of the elephants sent his son to pay respects. Overjoyed, Maya shared everything with her friends and family. Meanwhile, the monkey continued to throw fruits down and challenge the animals. Each time the cleverest creature won, they were crowned the new ruler of the jungle. Soon, every animal respected and admired Maya. In fact, she became known as the wisest and kindest queen the jungle had ever seen. And the monkey, well, he learned that sometimes being clever isn't enough. True power comes from kindness and respect. If you want to hear more great stories, stay tuned. And here's another one of my favorites. Number 4. The Shepherd and the Stars. Long ago, a shepherd boy named Elias loved watching the stars. Every night he studied their patterns, charting their movements across the sky. One evening, the villagers gathered near Elias's home. They laughed and pointed at him, saying, "Look at Elias, the star catcher. You cannot catch stars, silly boy." But Elias kept working. He mapped the stars' paths, noting which ones shone brightest and which twinkled the most. Years passed, and Elias became an old man. Still, he spent every night gazing at the stars. Then one day, sailors arrived in the village. They were experienced travelers, but they had bad news. A terrible storm had damaged their ship and destroyed their maps. Without new charts, they couldn't navigate the seas. Hearing this, the villagers felt helpless. No one could fix the ship except a map maker. But there wasn't one in the village, and it was too late to send for help. Suddenly, one of the sailors remembered Elias, the old man who chased stars. Maybe he could help them. So they went to Elias's house. At first, Elias was confused why these dirty sailors had come to his home. But when they explained their problem, he had an idea. Elias led the sailors outside and pointed to the sky. "Look up," he said. "The stars are aligned perfectly. I can use their positions to tell which way you need to go." With Elias's guidance, the sailors fixed their ship and sailed away safely. News of Elias's help spread far and wide. People realized he had truly been catching stars all those years. He hadn't reached the sky, but he had captured knowledge that guided humanity. And now for our final story today, number 5, The Painter. Long ago in China, there was a famous painter. He traveled from village to village, painting beautiful pictures for people to enjoy. One day, he came across a small village that had never seen a painting before. Excited to share his art, the painter set up his easel and began painting a picture of a wise old man. As he worked, the villagers gathered around, asking, "What are you doing?" "I'm painting a picture of a wise old man," the painter replied. "Why do you paint him with black eyebrows?" One villager asked. "Because he looks serious," the painter said. "But why does he have bushy eyebrows?" Another villager asked. "It's because he has many worries," the painter said. "He looks so tired." "Why does he have wrinkles?" the villagers asked. "It's because he thinks about the world's problems," the painter said. The villagers fell silent. They realized that the wise old man in the painting looked so real, not because of the colors or the shapes, but because of the lines and wrinkles that showed his thoughts and feelings. Inspired, the villagers asked the painter to teach them how to paint too. So he did. He showed them how to draw lines, mix colors, and add shadows. The villagers practiced, and soon they were painting beautiful pictures of their own. The painter was happy. He had shared his gift with others, and that made him the happiest of all. All right, my friends, that's all the time we have for today. Which story was your favorite? Let me know in the comments below. And if you want to hear more amazing tales, don't forget to subscribe for more stories. Stay curious and keep exploring the world. Thank you for watching.